The Penn State Nittany Lions are about to send shockwaves across college football. Let's talk about it. My name's Paul, together with my buddy Aaron. We are the Big Ten guys. Tune in every day for the latest news, insights, and analysis. If you're a fan of Big Ten football, this is the channel for you, so don't miss out. Take just a quick second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Doesn't cost you anything, does us a huge solid. And we got a lot more Penn State and Big Ten content coming, so you don't want to miss out. So before I get going, give me your predictions from this weekend, for this weekend. Aaron and I always love to hear from you guys. Who's going to win? Why are they going to win? What's the score going to be? Who's going to have a big game? We like to hear from you. So drop us your predictions in the comments. Now let's talk about what is going to happen at Penn State this weekend. And it might be something that changes college football. It's certainly going to be something that will probably change the Penn State program moving forward, and I'm excited to see it. And that is, Penn State is doing something recruiting-wise that we've never really seen before. Like, it's not uncommon to invite some of your better recruits to your biggest games. You want to impress them. You want them to see the awesome atmosphere. But Penn State is taking it to another level. They're expecting more than 200 football recruits and their families at the game. James Franklin is at the point where he's like not even giving away tickets anymore. He's just like, there's just so many recruits. That's where my focus is. Obviously, his focus is on the game too. But there's going to be some super impressive players there. According to Rivals, 50 of the nation's top-rated recruits are going to be at that game, including there's going to be a 5-star offensive lineman. I believe, I don't want to butcher his name here, I believe it's Emmanuel Iheanacho. But he's committed to Oregon, and he had Penn State as one of his finalists, and he's one of the best recruits in this upcoming class. So if Penn State can come out and beat Oregon and show off just the incredible atmosphere they have in Happy Valley, like, who knows, maybe they get 2 wins that day and steal Oregon's best recruit from them. But it's also 54-star players from the 2027 recruiting class are going to be there, which is just incredible. Like, I've never seen numbers like this recruiting-wise for a college football game. And I can't think of a better game for them to be at. I put an Oregon video out earlier this week. I will be on the record. I know I'm going to get some hate. Feel free to try to change my opinion in the comments. But I personally have been more impressed with Oregon this year than Penn State. And I believe as of right now, they're the better team. But, as Lee Corso would say, not so fast, my friend. I did add that, for one, it's just tough to gauge either team. Neither one of them has played anybody. You don't know if they've just been they both have played a lot of backups. They both have not really broken out the whole playbook. There's just so much you don't know, and I admit that. But then the thing I've been telling Oregon fans too is, you guys have not experienced one of these whiteouts in Happy Valley. And this is coming from me as a Michigan fan. I like to fancy Michigan as one of the greatest stadiums in all of college football. It's the biggest, and we'll always be able to brag about that. But even I can admit, the toughest atmosphere in the Big Ten is the whiteout night game at Happy Valley. I've seen it trip up Michigan. I've seen it trip up Ohio State. It's the best atmosphere in all of college football, in my opinion. And that, no bias there. I am not a Penn State fan. I will even admit that. And Oregon fans, they've been trying to tell me, oh, you have no idea how great it is at the Oregon games. We have such a great home field advantage. And they do. Great stadium. Lots of, the Big House, the Shoe, Camp Randall. There's a lot of great atmosphere. Kinnick. A lot of great atmospheres in the Big Ten. But I think specifically the Penn State night game whiteouts, there's just nothing like it. And like, even if Oregon is the better team, they haven't experienced that yet, and it trips up the best of them. So I really could see the game going either way this weekend. Or Penn State fans or Oregon fans, if you're watching, let me know what you think in the comments. But either way, Penn State needs to make a statement in this game. Not only to prove, like, I think all Penn State fans and Big Ten fans in general feel like this has got to be the year for Penn State. Like, Ohio State is bringing in a lot of new faces. Oregon has brought in a lot of new faces. Both of them have looked good, too. Michigan is, they're improving, but they're starting a freshman. They're really not relevant for winning the Big Ten this year. USC is probably a couple years away. Indiana, honestly, has looked the most impressive thus far. But I think just so many people think Penn State, bringing back Aller, bringing back Singleton and Katron Allen, bringing in some of the transfer portal additions they did, and paying a ton of money to bring Jim Knowles in to run this defense. Like, this has to be the year they win the Big Ten and go on and win it all. And it starts with this game right here. And then not only that, like, it can have a ripple effect on the future of this Penn State program. Like, if they come out and lay a duck against the Ducks, like, some of these recruits are not going to be super impressed. But if they go out and it's just, it's going to be an incredible atmosphere regardless. It always is there. But if they come out and have a big-time win, too, like, who knows what that could do for the future of their recruiting. Because as of right now, if you pull up recruiting rankings for this upcoming year, they are in 5th, which is respectable. Like Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, USC, they all have a crazy amount of NIL money. They're all traditional blue bloods. It's going to be difficult to out-recruit them. You hope you can, as a Penn State fan, you got to hope you can be in the same ballpark as them. If you look a little more closely at, like, the rankings, there is a bit of a gap here between Michigan and Penn State. Penn State's actually a little closer to Washington than they are to the big 4 teams in front of them. But plenty of times left still to go. Even if they do finish 5th, they've been really good at developing talent, and I am pretty confident that they're going to be relevant every year in the Big Ten moving forward. But, like, who knows? This could be the kind of game where they can get on the level of these other teams recruiting-wise. And then, especially moving forward into 2027, they're currently number 1 in the Big Ten, but nobody has more than 4 commits. So there's just so much, there's just so much out there that still needs to be decided for this upcoming recruiting class. And what a better way to get a huge jump on it than this game in Happy Valley, the night game whiteout. 54 stars from this 2027 class are going to the game. Just what an incredible opportunity for Penn State to not only prove they're here to win the Natty and win the Big Ten this year, but that they're going to be there moving forward and are ready to, bring in some big-time recruits and compete with the big boys. And so the floor is yours, Penn State. You got every opportunity to completely alter the trajectory of this program moving forward and no longer be second or third banana to Ohio State and Michigan and Oregon. It's all on the line this weekend. I'm super excited to watch it. Don't forget, give me your takes and predictions in the comments. I think my official prediction on the record, I'm going to take Oregon by a field goal. I like Oregon in this game, but I think the atmosphere is going to be rocking, and Penn State very well could prove me wrong. That whiteout game has tripped up better teams than Oregon. So we'll see. Give me your predictions, and then don't forget, just like and subscribe on the way out.